Hey everybody, what's going on? My name is ProfessorSnipe and I've got a brand new gun review for you guys today. This is the brand new assault rifle, the ACW-R, and today I'm going to be giving my honest review. Before I start out, I want to give a shout out to Serbia 1000, and I have no clue if that's how you pronounce your name, so sorry about that if that's not correct. But she or he was the first person to send me a message asking for the ACW-R gun review. Now that that's out of the way, let's dive right into it with this gun review. The ACW-R, or known in real life as the ACR, is the acronym for Adaptive Combat Rifle. It is a rifle that was unveiled and presented to the US Army and had hopes for it to be the replacement of the M4 carbine. This weapon is designed by Magpul Industries, the same designers of another weapon in Play4free, which is the PDW-R. However, its military manufacturer is Remington Arms. In Battlefield Play4free, the ACW-R is a rank 28 assault rifle that brings in some interesting gameplay and features. The gun itself has a nice metallic feel to it and seems like an actual gun in your hands. It doesn't feel like a piece of plastic shooting pebbles, and I do like the different cosmetic feel that Easy has implemented onto this new assault rifle. The iron sights are very nice. I really like them, but I can say right from now I love using the holographic sight on it as well. It just feels perfect on this weapon. The gun sound itself is a bit awkward. When I first fired this gun on the PTE and now here on the full game, I still feel like it doesn't match the personality of the weapon itself, and it feels like the gun shoots very slow too because of the sound. Speaking about speed, the velocity of each single bullet is 600 meters per second above than average, and the rate of fire is 600 rounds per minute, which is very standard and average for an assault rifle. For this weapon, you will receive 24 bullets per magazine, which is not bad at all, considering the average ammo count in this game for assault rifles, which is around 20, and you will also receive 3 magazines, which is no issue considering your ammo box. However, a real issue on this gun is the reload time of 4.9 seconds. This is longer than the MP5 and almost as slow as the XM8, a very disappointing feature of this weapon. A key element where the ACW-R does shine is its initial damage. At close range, with no damage modifying attachments, you will be dealing 28 to 30, which is amazing. Imagine putting Viper mags and hitting somebody in the head. You can kill people in 2 bullets. It's absolutely really good. And at medium range, you'll be hitting 22 to 26, and at long range, 18 to 22. This weapon does suffer from damage drop-off at range, and for that reason I suggest adding a Predator barrel, which will increase the range per 7 meters of each category, so short range, medium range, and long range will be each of them increased by 7 meters, which is really good, and considering you will need that boost. The recoil itself is nothing surprising. It's honestly average. It doesn't kick like a mule, and it doesn't stay pinpoint accurate like a laser beam, and the recoil is manageable, but it will take a little bit of practice when you first start out using it. The deviation doesn't feel too bad at all either. Once again, it's controllable, and it's much easier to control while tap firing, and it would be wise to try out some attachments and see what works best for you. For example, the balance stock would aid greatly the deviation, but the tactical stock would focus a little bit more on general deviation, but it would also help reduce recoil. So if you want to go ahead and try that out yourself, you can find your favorite combination and see what you like most. Hipfire is a bit weird for this gun, and it might just be me, but I felt like this gun didn't have too much accuracy when I was firing hip-fired, and for that reason I would not advise it too often on a 1v1 encounter. When I was using the ACW, I noticed that when I would hip-fire, it felt like it would kick upwards much more than the sides, which is a bit weird, and considering that when you do fire with this gun, aim down sight, it feels, control and general on all of the sides. It doesn't feel like it's getting pushed on one side more than the other. It feels balanced and equal. But for some reason, I felt this random kick while I was using it hip-fire, and it really led me off target, and even while I was crouching, it did not work out for me. So you guys will also have to go ahead and check that out, but when I use it hip-fire, I would not advise it. I feel like this gun is a medium-range weapon, and the reason I say this is because it has damage drop-off, making it weak at longer ranges, and sometimes it feels like you can get outgunned at closer ranges. The way I would use this gun is getting behind cover and taking out my enemies at a distance, but not too far. You still want to stay a bit too close, but you don't want to be too close, but you don't want to be too far away from them. Try to get in a nice position and make yourself comfortable before you start shooting. And of course, I would suggest tap firing if you really want high accuracy, because going full auto will not help reduce recoil and deviation. When I started using this gun, it felt like a SCAR L to me, and that's because it's an average weapon. You know, it's not the best, not the worst. Does it feel like a rank 28 weapon? Yes and no. For the reason that it doesn't perform statistically as well as the other OP weapons in this game, but it doesn't shoot jelly beans either. I feel like the intention of the ACW-R is like the SCAR L, mastery. And the reason I say that is because, you know, to be really good using the gun, you have to learn it. You have to know how it shoots, you have to feel it, you have to, you know, concentrate and sink in with the gun. And I feel like a rank 28 would have that knowledge and, you know, would think that way. And with that being said, I do not advise low levels to start using this gun because it might not be worth it compared to the price you'll be paying at initial unlock price. But once you reach the level 20s and above, you might want to reconsider because it does feel like a SCAR L with increased damage, is slower reload time by 0.2 seconds. I also advise users to use this gun on maps such as Karkand or any medium range map that doesn't have too many trees or is a very straightforward map, because trying to shoot people behind trees or complex shape of cover like a helicopter wreckage is not the easiest thing with this gun. For my final rating, I would give this gun an 8.5 out of 10. It might not feel like a rank 28 weapon, but it brings above average stats, a beautiful iron sight, a very nice looking weapon, and some brutal initial damage. That's all I have for today's gun review. Thanks for watching, everybody. Thanks for all the support. I'll see you all in my next video.